back to the channel. We're here today at Legends Golf Club in beautiful Orlando, Florida. Much better than New York right now this time of year. And we're gonna do something a little different today for you guys content-wise. I'm gonna do a full length course vlog for you today, okay? I'm gonna show you how I think about every shot, how I approach every shot. We're just a single today, so we'll be able to fly through this and get some really good advice for you guys, show you some different shots that I would use and different strategy that I would take onto the golf course, okay? So let's start here with this first hole. It's a par 4, 392. It's a little dog leg left. I'm gonna try and go ahead and cut the corner over that left side. So if I'm going to that left side, I'm gonna start on the right side of the tee box for the best angle possible. Let's try and make a birdie. All right, so opening tee shot here, let it leak a little bit to the right. Faded on me just a little bit too much. Should be a good angle into this par 4. See what we can do. All right guys, we're driving out now to the approach shot. Again, it's so good to be down here in Orlando, so good to get out of the cold in New York for a little bit of golf. Again, we're taking you guys through an entire course vlog today. It's gonna be an awesome thing. It's gonna be broken down into a few parts so we don't bore you to death with the full 5 hours straight of golf here. But again, it's gonna be a little bit of an insight into how I strategize around a golf course, different shots that I'd wanna hit, and we'll see if we can throw up a number two for you guys. Pretty good shot here off the first tee. I'm seeing it now coming up the right side. Again, leaked it a little bit instead of trying to cut that corner, but should be a good angle here. All right guys, so we got about 120 left. So we got that out there about 270 off the first tee, which we'll take out of the gate. It's gonna be a little bit of a fly or lie here. It's teed up a little bit for me. So with a wedge shot or an approach shot, notice that ball is gonna be teed up a little bit for you, just like if it was off a regular tee, it's gonna go a little further, right? So I'm gonna play this as, if it's usually my 120 shot, maybe a 115, just take a note of the flyer a little bit. Also, I have not noted yet these awesome rental clubs that I'm using today, okay? Courtesy of PGA Superstore. Thanks for hooking us up, but maybe a little, less yellow tape for the viewers here. But sorry about that eyesore. Rental set down here in Orlando, Florida. Let's see if we can make birdies with them though. So again, we got about 120, I think playing about 115. I got a sand wedge here. See if we can throw something on the pin. Stay right there. All right, lost that to the right just a little bit. See if we can make it up and down, save a par. All right, so we actually got a green in regulation there, which is nice. Leak that sand wedge out a little bit. Gonna take some time to get used to these rental clubs just a touch, but no excuses though. Still gonna drain this putt for birdie right now. So we got, what I'm thinking now when I'm approaching the green is that if I'm walking from this side of the hole, I'm gonna start looking at this read on this putt already now, okay? So I'm gonna get my quick look behind the hole on the way over. Try and see what this putt's doing. Looks like it's gonna be a little slow. We didn't roll any today. Looks a touch uphill, into the green a little bit. We'll try and give it a ride. Amateur side. Having a good start. All right, so a little knee knocker for our 4 here. Trying to save our par. Not gonna give away the hole from this distance. All right, so in with our 4 on the first, we'll take that. Keep it rolling here now to the second, even through 1. All right, so again, even par through 1. We'll always take that out of the gate. Not the hardest hole to start, pretty wide open. Got a fairway, missed the fairway. We got a green in regulation, which always helps. And then a little 2-putt par. So moving on to the second hole here, which I think is a par 5. So let's see if we can drop a shot and make a birdie. All right, so we got our par 5 here, 540. Looks like it's a little dog leg left. Left side of the hole is cut out. Mike can get that up there. So the left side of the hole, some tree trouble. Wide open to the right. So I'm gonna line up on the right side of this tee box, try and hit a maybe baby draw down the right side, get us in a good position to try and hit it on the screen in 2. All right, so up the right side, a little more right than I wanted again. A lot of flex in this shaft in our TaylorMade demo. No excuses though, I'll square up that face eventually. Let's try and make a birdie. All right guys, so try to take a little too much off this right side here, getting a little aggressive down the right side. Went to this fairway bunker. Big myth that I hear a lot is that you can't hit woods or hybrids out of fairway bunkers. Just like we talked about with a lie that's a little on the rough or sitting up a little bit, usually in a fairway bunker you have a pretty good lie. So on a par 5 like this, I'm going to go hit a 3 hybrid, see how far I can get it up there. Just take a nice normal swing. All right, so a good kick up there. We should have about a chip and a putt left. Try and get up and down, get under par. No big deal, bro. No big deal. So what I love my students to work on more so is really thinking about the next shot, right? And making sure you have good placement for your next shot. It so happens that I left myself a good angle now to this pin. Out of the fairway bunker, I wasn't too picky with where I was going to hit that, but if you're laying up and having an approach shot, don't just take the layup shot. Think about where you'd want to be hitting your next shot to. Think about from what angle would be easiest to try and get up and down and make your birdie, and then execute that way. Think about the next shot. Don't just think about the shot at hand all the time. Let's try and make a birdie. All right, guys, so we got about 50 yards left. Looks like it's going to release away a little bit. The pin's up front. I'm just going to try and land something a couple paces on and leave myself a putt at the 4. So right before I hit that, I talked about getting a little too cute with it. I was talking about placing it up front. As much as you want to leave yourself with a shorter putt for your 4, you have to make sure you avoid the big miss, right? We need a green there, we need a green in regulation. You have to at least be putting for your 4. I got a little too cute with that approach shot. Now I got to try and scramble and make my 5. No doubt I'm going to do it, but now I got to try and scramble to make my 5. Let's see it. All right, guys, so much of these short game shots require more of your due diligence before you even swing to pick out a great landing point that it's going to then roll out to the pin rather than landing it at the pin and rolling it further, right? So I'm picking my spot. It's going to be just on the green, where it's going to roll out just a little bit from this lie. Take a few good practice swings, feel that club bottom out, and then just trust it. A little deep, we'll try and clean it up for our 5. All right, guys, so not too much on this one. It's about the same length as the par putt I made on the last hole. It's a little downhill. Same thing, I'm gonna try and not give away the cup here. Keep this club face nice and square, and just let the slope take it right in. All right, so we'll take our 5 there. It's good up and down. It's good to salvage that after a crappy 3rd shot. We'll get our birdie one of these holes. It's coming. So we'll take our 5 there. Another missed the green regulation there, which is disappointing. Like I was talking about on that approach shot, just got too cute trying to hit it to the front of the green. At the end of the day, you got to just put a swing on it. Oh, we're getting crooked here, but we're just going to persevere. I'm going to slide down, and we'll see you on the next hole. All right, so we got 224. This is all of a par 3. Back left pin. Feels a little downwind. I have no idea how far these clubs go, so this is going to be interesting. I took the 3 hybrid out. I'm going to try and hit a little draw over that left bunker, and we'll see if we can get something tight and steal a 2. So now same thing, my strategy here, if this pin is on the left, if I lined up on the left side of this tee box, I'm eliminating my ability to get it over there, right? I'm gonna have to sling a draw just because of my own alignment decision, okay? So I'm gonna go for the right side of this tee box. That gives me the best angle at that left pin, and we'll see if we could put a good swing on her. Oh, be it. So that's either 10 feet away or 20 yards over the green. I honestly have no idea. We'll see when we get up there. So unfortunately, it was the latter prediction. We are 20 yards deep, not quite 20, about 10 yards deep. Wind picked up a little bit, it was a little downwind. These M4 clubs are just electric off the face. At any point today, if I start messing up, you know that I'm gonna start blaming these yellow rental sticker shafts because they're tough to, they're a little bit of an eyesore. But again, it's on us for not bringing clubs down. A little over the green, okay? We're gonna play this shot nice and gently here. It's gonna run away from us. Just like I said on the last hole, we're hitting these chip shots. It's so much more about doing your due diligence before in regards to where we're trying to land this golf ball, okay? So I'm gonna stand over here. I'm gonna pick my spot I'm landing this ball. Same thing, my little 3 practice swing routine there, just trying to ground the club out, feel the bottom, and then just buy in and trust it. One of those is gonna drop, I promise you that. Definitely one of those is gonna drop. Let's try and make it 3. All right, so a little deep here again. They're actually rolling out. We were down here last week. They're rolling out even a little bit better than they were last week down here, which is a good problem to have. Similar putt to the first 2 I had, trying to save a par. A little downhill. Just let the slope funnel this ball right to that hole. All right, no blood. Take the 3. We'll take that with our, again, PGA Superstore rental sets. These TaylorMade M4s are actually not doing too bad right now. I'm trying to talk smack about them, but they're holding up pretty good. Even par through the first 3. Not the easiest holes to start at. Just still trying to find our birdie though. It's somewhere out here. But I really do like this this form of content. I like bringing you guys through rounds. So much of my instruction, as technical as I love to get, really more so where as I come in as an instructor is coaching my guys through a round of golf, talking about what you should be thinking, the little mental cues that you need to get you through a round. So I'm excited to share that with you guys. And again, hopefully just make a damn birdie. We'll see. All right, big boy hole here. It's the 4th hole here at Legends, par 5, 610 from the back tees, a little dog leg right. It's gotta be the birdie hole. Nice little Arnold Palmer quote to get it started. That's gonna help. The tees are a little forward. I think we have to just tip this out from this back tee though, 610. That's what people want to see, right? We'll give it to the people. So let's check out this hole. Got that little dog leg right here. So if you see it from back here, Mike, if you get back right down the line, you notice that these trees are gonna be blocking the right side of the fairway here. So I'm gonna try and go to the left side of this tee box, avoid those trees right in front, and try and hit a big cut that gets me right in the middle of the fairway. Kind of just try and follow the shape of the hole with my ball flight here to get us rolling off the tee. All right, that's what they call ideal. Up the left side, we'll try and get home in 2. Probably gonna need more push-ups in between. Maybe we get a quick set in. 610, I don't know if I got that in 2, but definitely give it a whirl. All right, so just rolling up to the ball here. Another missed fairway, unfortunately. Kept it out to the left here, just a touch. So the 2 ways that this rough can kind of help or hurt your ball is, on the first hole, the ball was sitting up a little bit. On this one, it's sitting down just a touch. So I would normally take a 3-wood from this kind of distance, really trying to get one up there as close as I can. Being that the lie is sitting down just a touch, I want to make sure it's more important they get good contact on it. And this hybrid's going to be a little bit easier to get good center face contact. So I'm just going to try and keep one up the right side. Like I said on that other par 5, keep in mind my 3rd shot, what kind of angle I'd want it from. It seems like if I pull one up the left side, then I'm going to be blocked out on those trees and not going to have a look at trying to hit this green regulation. So again, all the way up the right side. I feel like there's a little right to left wind that should help it too. Little hooky, stay right there. All right, that'll play. So definitely a weird, tricky little lie. Hacked it up there a bit, try and get up and down for the bird. So like I was saying back there, pulled it a little bit of hook spin on it, a little bit left to where I would have loved it. Maybe out there to the right where I could really see the whole green. Would have been just a touch easier of a shot, but we only still have about 130 into this hole. It's playing a little bit into the breeze, so I'm just gonna take like a half a club more, hit a little knockdown pitching wedge, try and see if I can keep it under that wind and flight one to this middle pin position. So when there's a little bit of wind here, especially for a wedge shot, what I'm really gonna think about, we can get into this a little bit, is maintaining the loft through the ball, okay? So normally when you're swinging, people get a little unaware of what this right hand is doing, adding the loft to the club, starting at 48 degrees and then getting that 9-iron to 56, right? Or a pitching wedge to a 56 degree, and you're scooping through the ball, adding loft, and that's just gonna get killed in the wind, okay? So what I'm thinking about now on this approach shot is making sure that if I'm starting this pitching wedge at 48 degrees, that when I get back to impact, it's either at 48, 47, 46, 45. I'm lofting this down through the ball to fight it through the wind. Okay, let's see if I can stick one here. Be on it. All right, that'll do. So that was a good one. Happy with that. Was able to flight it down. Good low finish to make sure I maintain that low loft through the ball. I think I don't know if I'm off or on. Might have creeped onto the front, but a good shot for that front pin position. Keep it below the hole. See if we can get our first birdie here. Like I said on the first hole, when I'm walking up to the putt, I'm already trying to feel out what kind of break this thing might have in it. Okay, it's got a little water in the back. Seems like it's gonna be actually pretty quick back to front. Looks like it's sloping back this way just a bit when the green starts out. So this should be a quicker putt. A little right to left in it. So just like the chip shots, right, when I'm hitting this putt, I'm not really thinking about the hole, I'm thinking about what the target hole would be, right? So if I hit my ball at the cup, it's gonna finish low side for sure. So I'm picking my target that, since this putt's gonna be a little fast, it's gonna first be short of the hole and then out to the right just a bit. So I'm literally picturing a different hole in my head. The hole itself doesn't exist, right? I'm just trying to hit my intended target line. So I'm putting at my line, not at the hole, okay? It's very, very important. See if I could drop one. Okay, not as much break. Clean it up here. All right, another par. Again, it's a good 610-yard hole. A little downwind. No, I'm sorry, into the wind. So it was actually a beast, so I'll definitely take the 5 there. But it would have been nice to steal a birdie. It's coming, one of these. Seriously, if I didn't have yellow tape on my shafts, I might be 5-6 under par. We'll get a couple soon. All right, so pretty long par 4 here. Got 425 out there. A little dog leg left to right. So just like the last hole, I'm just gonna try and hit a little baby fade, have my shot shape match the shape of the hole. Now when I'm thinking about doing that, I'm just gonna have the club face pointing to where I want that golf ball to finish. And my feet, my shoulder line, just a little open to that. All right, right down the heart, we'll take that one. Okay, so we finally got a fairway here. We have about 140 left to the hole. A little left to right wind and hurting a bit. So I'm just gonna play it at probably about a 145 shot. I'm just gonna hit a really good full pitching wedge in there. Try and ride that wind a little bit. So like I said before, a little left to right wind and a right pin location. So I know that if I start this ball at the pin, it's gonna fade away from the hole no matter what I do, okay? So if I'm gonna start nice straight shot, right in the middle of the green, let the wind just take it right to the pin. Be on it. Okay, that'll do. So we'll take that one. Good green and reg there. I started just a little bit right of where I was trying to. So now I'm gonna have a kind of a tricky putt down the hill. I would love to leave this one just below the hole and have a nice uphill at my 3, but we'll try and slide one in for our first birdie of the day. So like I've been talking about, when I'm walking up to the green, I'm always feeling out what the slope is doing from here. Okay, so a really good thing to see if you are lucky enough to have a putt where you can stand below the level of the green, you're gonna have a much better angle of what that putt's doing. So when I'm standing back here, I have a really good visual of how much slope, of how much right to left slope this putt's really gonna have. I can choose my alignment point even all the way back here, right? So I haven't even approached the ball yet, and I know where I want this ball to start at. Fix our mark here. So same thing, I'm seeing that right to left, definitely a little bit down the hill. These greens have been rolling pretty good so far today. Definitely not gonna have to give this too much. See if I can get it started on the right line, get us under par. That's one. Let's get it rolling. Come on now. Yellow shafts, dropping birdies. I'll see you on, where are we going to? 6th hole. Let's go. So a fairway and reg, a green and reg is a great recipe for a birdie. You know, that's the formula we needed to try and make it our first 3 of the day, which is nice. Actually, we've made 1 3 on the par 3, but our first 3 on a par 4 gets us to 1 under par. Going here to our 6th hole, where we'll probably cut the first part of this YouTube vid for you guys watching the full length course vlog. And we'll see if we can get another under par, and we'll see if I can stop at the correct tee box and not fly past it. This one looks like another poke. This is not too bad. 186, a little down the hill. So we have 186 to the stick. We got just a touch of a helping wind. I'm playing with these M4 irons right now that just go a mile. So I'm gonna go with a 6 iron here, and this. See what our pin is pretty much in the middle of the green. I've been playing a little bit of a pull draw here, so I'm going to try and aim up the right side of the tee box, aim down the right side of this green, keep that club face nice and square, and that ball will hopefully turn over right at the hole for me. Be on it. All right, there we go. We're rolling now. Gotta get you guys to 2 under before the end of this video. So we're a little up the hill here, maybe a half a club more rather, to get it all the way up that hill would have been nice. We got some left to right on it. Once again, like I talked about on the par 5, I'm aiming to my new hole, right, not the actual hole itself. So I know this putt's a little uphill, a little left to right. So the hole that I'm picturing is gonna be a little long of the cup and out to the left side. Let's see if we could drop a bomb. Kitty had it. We'll keep it right here for the par putt. I don't like to overthink these too much. Gonna get a good read on it here, good tempo. Get it in the back of the cup. All right, so we'll take that 3. So that's gonna do it for part 1 here of this course vlog. 1 under through the first 6, hitting them pretty well out here. I think it's got something to do with these yellow shafts, once again. It's a rental set, but they're working well for us. 1 under through the first 6. Hope that these first 6 holes have helped you in your game and how you would navigate throughout a golf course. Stay tuned for the next part. See if we can go a little more under par. Thanks for tuning in for the first one.